how is everyone doing? Welcome to the first live broadcast. This is a brand new app that I got just this morning, and I've been all day kind of writing out tabs and preparing for this, so bear with me. I don't know what might happen because I'll find out afterwards how this went. So delighted to be able to give this lesson. It's a fairly apt one for tonight, Ghostbusters. Speaking of, if you hear any banging in the background, that is fireworks being let off outside. So to begin, I'm going to play it first for you just to let you know. You'll see this from time to time. I'm going to come up to the screen and just do that, okay? Now, this is the cool thing about this stream. The tab is going to be displayed underneath. So of course, to play along or to learn from this, you need a working knowledge of guitar tab. But let's begin. I'll play the whole lot. The first thing I'm going to play is what's written underneath. It goes as follows. It's a very basic intro of Ghostbusters. It goes 3, 4. Alright, now the other bits I'll just run through just to give you an idea of what I'm going to be covering in this lesson. They go as follows. The other part is more detailed. It goes 3, 4. Part after that from the intro goes 3, 4. Then I'm going to talk about the bit that goes and the chords that go underneath that go like this. They go 3, 4. Alright, so we have a bit to get through, but let's get into it. At any stage, if anybody has any questions, I'm going to be looking down here. I have my laptop beside me displaying the guitar tab, and they're beside me to answer any questions. So let's get into it. Now, we'll talk a bit about the bit below. So you're going to see that we begin with a power chord, and you're going to get your index finger on the 7th fret of E, pinky on the 9th fret of A. And it goes as follows. The count goes 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All that bar is the same shape. All I'm doing is, I have it here, it's kind of like the rock on symbol. I have it here, and then I drop it down to the D and the G, and then I move it up to the A and the D. You'll notice that there's a little PM written above it, just right around there. And that's to do with palm muting. That's what the PM stands for anybody unfamiliar with this. Palm muting is when you get your palm and you place it right on the bridge of the guitar, so it looks like this. And it kind of sounds like a chug. Without it, that kind of gives Ghostbusters that driving sound. Now, one thing worth noting, I know, from this video is I'm going to do more work on the audio to make it better, alright? But bear with me for now. I was working a lot on the visuals today. So, that's our first bar. So, again, it goes 3, 4. The second bar there, you will have noticed that it's very similar. Again, you palm mute the first 2 chord strikes. Then the third and the fourth beat go as follows. You hit double. Now, like I was saying, I'm going to be coming up to the screen a bit just to switch things. Alright, now, straight away, looking at this, you're going to be able to tell that there's a lot more going on with this part. But it doesn't mean it's no reason not to try it. It's the intro that we just had, the bit going bum 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 bum, but with the added bass part that goes bum bum ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum bum bum bum. So I'm going to draw your attention to the first part. You're going to get the same chord again, but this time you're going to hit the 7th fret straight after. So it goes 1, do that again. It goes 1 and. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you use these fingers, your middle finger and your pinky for that chord, you'll see why in a moment. So it goes 1 and. Now the next part, you're going to notice they move a little closer together. So for that reason, we're going to count it as follows. At certain points in Ghostbusters here, you're going to see me, when it's the quavers there, I count 1 and. Now, when there's a lot more going on, I'm going to break down the beats even more by counting 1 E and A. Okay, so I might go like this. Like in this bar you see right here, it would go 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. And you can feel where it picks up and where it'll drop off. So it would sound like this. 1 and 2 E and. I'll do that again. Then, that's basically the power chord we just hit. Then we hit the root note again. So we go. All together we get this. We get 3, 4. With the count, it goes. I'll try this. 1 sec, laptop dimmed. It goes like this. It goes 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. Right, now you do that repeat, you do 3 times, and then we just get a bit at the real end here. It goes like this. It goes 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4. That's the only difference there. Just that tail note at the real end to bring us back in. Right, now the counting is quite important, and like I'd often say in videos I do on YouTube and stuff, the idea with the videos here is that take a look through. Some stuff will grab you, some stuff you'll understand straight away, then other bits you might be like, I didn't fully get that. And that's the feature of the questions. And also the other thing about it is you also have the opportunity to watch the video again. So that's why I'm trying to pack as much as possible into this. Alright, so what I'm going to do now at this stage is I'm going to pull up. I have a recap screen here, and I'm going to leave it up for a minute as I load my next slides to put underneath, and I'll catch you in a minute. Haha, I knew I'd do something. Right, sorry, I had the microphone muted. I'll start that again. So, what is written underneath here is the actual lead guitar line that goes over the part we just did. So we just did. Right, now this part below goes as follows. It goes 3, 4. Right. right, let's take a look. You're going to notice like the downs and the ups written over the notes. That's because it's really important. Like if you pick everything just all downs or all ups, some players pick all ups. They're quite rare, but it is about. Like this is how it sounds. It's very forced. If I do this, gives you way more of a chance to be more agile with your picking and the notes. So you're going to get your index finger on the 7th fret of the thin E string, and then your pinky is going to stretch all the way up to the 11th fret on the same string. For that very reason, you may need to keep your thumb at the real back of the neck, like the way I have mine there. It's not up here like it would normally be, so drop it right down. Gives you a greater stretch. So the count then goes as follows. It goes 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and the 4th beat where you're taking a holiday. Okay, again it goes 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next bar then, similar notes, it goes 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. All together it goes 3, 4. Alright, now those are the main points to watch with that. The reason I'm picking it here, you could go up here, but I like how tinny it is down there. Alright, now the next slide then, we'll pull this up. You're going to notice that the first bar in this one is the same as the last one. But like we learned from the previous section, a lot of times in Ghostbusters they use similar stuff, but what they do is they tail off with something slightly different at the end to bring us into the next section. So true to form here, you're going to see right here, that you have the same thing again. So I'm just going to talk about the next bar, the one beside it. And again, same sort of count. It goes 1 and 2 E and... sorry, I'll do that again. It goes 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4. All together, all those sections go as follows. It goes 3, 4, 1. 1, 3, 4. This leads us in to the breakdown part. Okay, so let's check it out. It was a tie-up between teaching this and Thriller, but Thriller was a bit more involved, I have to admit. Right, so the final slide in this series is as follows. And just so everybody knows, this lesson, the tab that I did out for it, I've uploaded to a site. The link is below the video. It's called Songster. A lot of guitarists are familiar with it, but I started submitting tabs to it lately. It's very handy because you can get like the player there and play the tab and see the notes moving as you go. And you can also slow down the tabs and isolate them and loop parts as well. It's very handy. Alright, enough talking. Let's get down to this part. You're going to see a mad sort of bird sort of waving thing over the 10th fret. That is really fast vibrato. Okay, and like other things in this lesson, like some of the techniques we're using, it might take a lesson or two to get those on their own. And the purpose of this is to show Ghostbusters. So I'd encourage anybody who's looking for any of those techniques, hit up YouTube. Of course, if you have any questions on anything, give me a shout, no problem at all. So you can post a comment down below, I'd be happy to reply. Let's check this out. So, index finger on the 10th fret of the E string. And watch what I'm going to do with my finger. It's going to move up and down really fast. Most players I've witnessed that try that straight away, it goes something like this. You're you're going to hear the note bend up and down really and sound kind of like that, a cat or something. But it's just a matter of developing it over time. So this bit goes as follows. We have the 10 and we have the 12th fret that I'm playing with my ring finger here. And this I'm picking all downs. I'm not too fussy with this part. And it goes as follows. It goes 3, 4. And it straightens out at the real end. So it goes. You'll notice that sort of waving effect over the 10, 11, 12. That is because we hammer them on, the 3 notes. So you have the 10. Now watch what will happen here. I'm going to hit the 10, but I'm going to hammer on my fingers to make the rest of the notes. So this hand is going to do no more work. I'll do that again. Hopefully you can hear that. It sounds a lot less attacking than going. A brief tip on hammer-ons for anybody who's never done them. For that, I would hit the 10th fret and I leave every finger on as I go. It makes for greater strength, and there's less dexterity and less coordination involved than trying something like this. Lift off, put on the other, lift off, put on the other. You can actually get away with keeping them all on. Right, so that is the main lead line on that section. That's repeated 3 times. So it goes, or played 3 times. And that leads us on, we're nearly done by the way. There's a lot of cool stuff in Ghostbusters that'll take work, but it's mainly 2 or 3 deadly sections just repeated. So, I'm going to load up the next one. In the meantime, if anybody's any questions, give me a shout, no problem. And we are back, right? So this part here is the last section of that high part, right? So it features the exact same rhythm. We were on this, we were going 3, 4. This section, or this line goes as follows. It goes 3, 4. You'll notice that I'm kind of running out of frets here, so if you're on a cutaway guitar, good for you. If you're not, you will appreciate the struggle here. Check out my thumb again, it's dropped at the back. It makes it way easier to do. And wait till you see what's coming next. Well, you've probably seen it. It's a nice 19th fret. Which is quite easy. Here, I only have 19 frets, so easy to find. Alright, no major tips there. Just watch out for the reach in there. And altogether that section goes as follows. It goes 3, 4. One more time. Here we go. Now, I think you'll agree that sounds quite empty. So let's pull up the other part. We are back to our old friend power chords. These power chords, you're going to see they last for quite a while, but a very important thing with them is the fact that they actually cut out at times that 99% of players will leave out. I was leaving it out until I went back and listened to Ghostbusters today. It really catches you unawares. So this is what a lot of players may think it goes. 3, 4. So you play the first power chord there on the first 3 beats, and then that A5 power chord happens on the 4th beat. But you actually let it ring for only 3.5 beats, and then you cut it out very briefly before hitting that 4th beat. So it actually sounds like this. It goes 1, 2, 3. Aha, I'll do that again. It actually sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Very, very subtle. But if you're playing a distorted guitar, it will make a big difference. So that section again goes 3, 4. We're back to the palm mutes again. See the PM going over the chords at the real end? And for that very reason, it moves so fast, I will be picking it down, up, down. Like that. Tip with palm muting, if you're trying this and you get that, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go. Looking at that hand, you think, geez, he's not moving his hand that much, but that little distance makes a massive, massive change to your sound. Alright, so that second bar goes as follows. It rings in from the previous bar. So actually, you know what, I'll start the whole line again. I'll go 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a. Note again the way I'm counting those at the real end. The last 2 beats would go 3 and 4E and a. Okay, so make sure you rest up for that. Now, the last line, the whole thing. Very interesting thing, it's used with power chords, using Born to be Wild as well. Born to be Wild. Pinky on the 7th fret of E, or 7th fret of A, it's an E note, and put your index on the 4th fret of E. So we get this, we get same sort of deal, it goes. Alright, I'll do that again, it goes 3, 4. Now, let's do all that section. So it goes 3, 4. And that loops around as well. So that's the bit that goes underneath. It's probably up on YouTube somewhere. I was about to say there's no way to do both of those together, but I know somebody out there has definitely done it. Fair play to them. So that is all the main sections of Ghostbusters. Now, what I'll do is I'm just going to leave it another minute or two to see if anybody's any questions. I'll check the laptop. Cool. And I'll just pull up this here. And by the way, as I was saying, the tab is written right below again, okay? So I'll be doing a lot more of these live streams. I'll be learning as I go along here. It's a brilliant app, by the way, for anybody looking for one. It's probably listed the name of the app. It's a switcher app, free app, and allows you to create your graphics and put them underneath. So I'll be sharing a lot of this stuff again. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all very soon. I'll leave this open for another minute or two in case there's any questions, and I'll catch you very soon. Have a good Halloween. Thanks for watching.